What's up guys, YvensB here. So today I am talking about a shoot that I did recently with the theme of Peaky Blinders. It's a TV show with a lot of gangsters and stuff. So let's get into it. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a picture of a gray card. The reason why I do this is because if you're crazy about colors like I am, well, it's important to have a fair balance or something that your camera can read and say, okay, this is my balance point. Everything from there will be basically the same color. Something happened while my light just changed. Yeah. So from this point on, all the different shots that you're gonna take are gonna be based on the same color if ever you're not changing your lighting setup. So this is a good practice to have. Whenever you key in your light, or key in making sure that your light is the same or consistent, then you can make sure to basically take a gray card, take a good reading of it, and then saving it preciously, because that's going to be your basis for adjusting all the colors moving forward. Also, one mistake I did for this shoot, so the theme was Peaky Blinders. If you haven't seen the show, it's pretty dark and grimy, and the show itself has a lot of dark undertones, and it's shot a lot at night. And the concept, what I had in mind was, okay, I'm going to underexpose it a bit, by like a stop or two, and then raise it in post afterwards. But I didn't like the effect. Retouching those skins afterwards became literally hellish. It was really difficult. So doing this was a terrible mistake. So what I should have done was I should have exposed properly, and then maybe dimmed down in post afterwards, because you can always recover underexposed photos, but it's hard to correct for overexposed photos. But if you want to be really precise about your work, you need to expose correctly and then play with the luminosity afterwards. If you do it properly, it should work correctly. So at this point, I'm just instructing the model to do something different, some different poses. As you can see, the model is not wearing shoes because she's way too tall. So we told her to remove your shoes, and then we'll pose you in a way that we won't see your feet, like in this shot. So again, we're running through poses. Again, this is using the backgrounds that I painted in another video, and this is using the floor that one of my buddies, Sasha, that I interviewed previously, built from his hands. So really cool for him to let me use it. I didn't tell him, but I did. Sorry, Sasha. Yeah, so using those floors just to create a bit of texture and old feeling about it. So I'm using two lights, again, pulsing buff light, and the third light you see on the right. The only role of that third light that you see on the further right is actually to create a small catch light in the eyes of the subject. The reason being is one thing that I really dislike about some photos that I take sometimes, because the way your light is placed, you don't have anything in the eyes, so it looks really dark. I learned this by watching movies. Just have a little flash in their eyes just to give them a bit of life will help them a lot. Also in that case, you see one of the models smoking a cigarette, and he was having a hard time keeping his eyes open, because when you smoke a cigarette, you actually blow the air out. But in this case, he couldn't control having a cigarette in his mouth and not having his hands available to touch it, so he couldn't blow it out. Really annoying. But we got through it, and we did a couple of shots with this, and it came out cool. So kind of happy, and sacrifice to win. So the reason why also I'm using a cigarette is because in this show that they're running, Peaky Blinders, people smoke all the time. It's pretty unbelievable. Again, I like the fact that they're just deliberately letting everyone smoke, and cigarette is an important theme. We hear it a lot and we see it a lot, so I just want to have it around. And also it creates some cool little smoke trails and all that fun stuff. So interesting to capture, and also light tends to like it a lot, so I use it often. It's like a tiny smoke machine, but that gives you cancer, that pollutes the planet, and that costs a lot of money. So as you can see now, I'm climbing on a ladder. The model is quite tall. I wanted to get some maybe like eye level shots for her. She's like 6 foot and I'm like 5'10", and she's wearing heels, so she's like 6'3", pretty crazy. So I got up on the ladder and then took some shots. Then beauty shots. I always do that at the end of the session just to make sure I have the portraits, and also because this shoot was requested by a makeup artist that I work with a lot. Then having the face in the tight frame to see her work is very important for her actually. So to show her skills and what she can demonstrate using brushes and stuff that we do in Photoshop. So that's it guys, I'm not going to linger too much on the video, I just wanted to show you some quick behind the scenes. Again, I encourage you to maybe try the goal is to shoot as much as we can, as often as we can, and basically a lot. So if you have a show that you like or anything that inspires you to create, just try it. It won't necessarily be a winner, and then you won't necessarily publish those photos, or they'll be part of your portfolio. Like these are never going to be part of my portfolio, but they're still interesting practice to see how you fail and what are good things that you did, what are bad things that you did, and how you can improve. So try, fail fast, fail hard, and then recover quickly and then shoot again. It could be discouraging at times. I am the first to suffer from like some photography depression, if I may call it, or post shoot depression. I'm not sure if it's a scientific word, but again, the goal is to try, and then one day you'll like something that you did, and one day you'll just be glad that you did that shoot, because hey, I saw the crap that I used to do before, and now I'm here doing something that I really love. So again, cheers guys, thanks for listening. Remember to like, subscribe, whatever, comment, whatever you want to do. Cheers and good luck.